Hey y'all, it's your girl. So the other day on Instagram, I was saying how I was this close to cutting my hair off because it was too hot and it was just starting to interfere with my day to day. And guess what I did? I cut it off. I cut it all off and I feel great. I feel really good. And that leads me into the Candid Convo today, and that is being bold. Okay, be bold with your prayers, be bold with your changes, be bold with your faith, be bold with your creativity. Like, be bold with your entire existence. Like, Ranisha would be so scared to cut her hair off like completely like this and actually wear it like this. But I just got to thinking, like, why not? My hair can be any kind of way, you know? And it also tied into my perspective around hair not being my identity. And granted, it is new, but it just feels so good. This ain't my first time cutting my hair, but it's just, I'm in another place. You know, it's just different. And I think this time when I cut it, I didn't have no regrets. Like, it wasn't no thing of, oh my God, I feel like no. I didn't feel like that. I just feel really free. Yeah, it's just, you don't understand. I was irritated with it because I had relaxed it when I cut it back in January or February, and the relaxer grew out, so it was like, it's my hair. It shrunk a little bit. It's just, it feels so good to be confident in any state. And again, I feel like everything is connected in the sense of being confident in decisions that I make, and also just being confident in my faith. You know, no matter what things may look like if they don't look like what I think they should look like or whatever, I still see the best in everything. Like, everything just always works out in the best possible way. Like, I love to be surprised by God. I love to be surprised by the universe. I just love to be like, I knew it was going, you know, I knew it was going to happen. It's only a matter of when. And when you have a faith like that, your patience is tested, baby. It's tested. That's why you have to be bold in your decisions. Like, be bold in your presence, okay? And also, I am getting into fully observing things and letting them be what they are instead of, what's the word, not taking them personal, but instead of like just harping on certain things, I'm just letting things be what they are in the moment, you know? Letting people be who they are, letting situations, all of that, because I'm in my own world. I'm in my own world, and in my world, I'm choosing to be bold. And granted, this could just be starting today, but I mean, I've been felt like that, but like actually saying it, like having this conversation, it makes me more bold. It makes me more confident in my presence. And I'm still working on getting my routine. It's like I gotta do so good and then I kind of like slip off. So, but that's another thing, having grace. I've been having a lot of grace with myself because, baby, like I said in the last conversation, life has been lifing. Life been lifing. But through perseverance and resilience and faith, again, I just keep going because I know it can only get better. Life only gets better. So I don't know who needs to hear that. Have grace with yourself, because most likely you're doing something that you never did before. You're doing something that people in your generation, like your lineage, have never did before. So you gotta have grace. I was listening to this video, this guy who was saying he just feel like he's not doing enough, and you know, all those things. And I feel the same way. Like, I feel like, what are you doing? And then I got to thinking, like, I am in school full time. I didn't know I was gonna be in summer school this summer, but here we are. Cool with me. I'm not complaining because it's just knocking it down. But I'm like, what am I doing in the sense of like, I don't know. I just got to thinking I'm not doing enough. But in all actuality, when I always say I'm doing my best is showing up despite the circumstances. My best is keeping the faith. My best is being proactive and not reactive. And it's just literally one day at a time. Like, I'll have to keep reminding myself that literally all that exists is this moment right now. And when we get to talking about like anxiety and depression, anxiety is you being hyper fixated on the future, and depression is you not being able to let go of the past or being stuck in the past. And sometimes I find myself like becoming anxious about certain things, but it don't be me. Like, a lot of the thoughts that you think are not even yours, they don't even belong to you. You just subconsciously take them on from your environment, like, you know, the people you talk to, the things, all that. And I got to realize that a lot of feelings, like a lot of thoughts, don't even be mine. So it's like I have to bring myself back to the present moment, because again, this is all there is. And yeah, it sounds so like vague, it just sounds so simple, but it really is. Like, when I think about it, it really is that simple. Like, staying present when it comes to your breath, staying present in situations that can, you know, cause you to, you know, like kind of, I don't know, get out of your element. And again, when it comes to grace, like with myself, it's also grace with people. I'm learning to extend that same grace. I'm human. Sometimes I find myself overly analyzing things. I find myself sometimes taking stuff personal for a moment, then I snap back and be like, man, that ain't even, I don't gotta put energy into that. Because things only exist if you give energy to it. If you don't give energy to it, it really doesn't exist. It can't. So, yeah, that's another thing. I feel like that's also a part of being bold, as in channeling all your energy, your focus and attention into your confidence, you know, like confidence in yourself, confidence in your ideas, confidence in all the things. And don't feel ashamed for being confident. Like, don't feel ashamed for being bold. And also ridding yourself of the idea of embarrassment, you know, like, or feeling stupid, because that right there, like the thought, like, oh, I look stupid doing this, that right there, that be a big factor and a big downfall to a lot of us, because it's the fear of like caring what other people think of you. Like, I had to get that out of my head too. Like, I don't care, honestly, what people think about me. Like, I don't. Because what does that do for me? So that ties into boldness as well. Like, hey, stay in your lane. Like, stay in your world. Stay in your vibe. Stay in your energy. Because I believe that we are all reflections of each other in some way, whether it be your highest, your lowest, or what in between. We are all reflections of each other, and what you see in other people is something that you have seen in yourself, or something that you see in yourself, and that's just you outwardly projecting it. Like, we're literally mirrors of one another, and that's something that's important to be mindful of, because like for the past few days, I've been finding myself kind of giving energy to not negative things, but just giving energy to unnecessary things. And I feel like me creating scenarios, I could be so wrong. Like, I could be so wrong in the scenarios that I create. And I don't think that's very progressive of me. I'm having this realization right now as I'm saying these. Like, I have found myself judging. I have found myself, you know, just not being as positive as I could be. the past couple days with myself and with other people. And I realized the reason why I'm like, or I was like that with other people is because I was like that with myself. And yeah, that was just me checking myself. The only reason why I was thinking those thoughts or doing those things or saying those things is because that's how I was feeling about myself. But we're human, you know, you live, you learn, you grow, you expand, you evolve. And that is the beauty in all of this. That's the beauty in literally everything. And I'll be finding myself always saying for the plot, like for the plot, for the plot. Everything is literally for the plot. Like it could be, to you, it could be your lowest, like you could feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough or whatever the case may be. Everything is for the plot. Literally. Life can change in the most beautiful ways, baby. Just like that. Just like that. And for me, the most important thing is being bold enough to believe that. You know, like being bold enough to show up in that light. Like always expecting the best possible outcome. It takes a lot of boldness to have that mindset. Because again, a lot of the thoughts and feelings that you take on don't belong to you, but it's power and it's work in staying in your energy, like staying in your frequency. So yeah, be bold with your thoughts, be bold with your ideas, be bold with your presence, be bold. I don't know why I feel called to do this. It felt good. Be bold. I love y'all. Stay in your lane, mind your business, and do your thing, okay? I love you.